Okay, so I was going to do a 1 week review of this particular phone, which is the Pixel 4a, but then I decided, because I had a bit of a weird week and I was doing different things, and I actually didn't give it a fair test, but it's been 2.5 weeks, and this phone, for the price, for the spec, it's actually really good. I have no issues in recommending this. Now, let me talk to you about what I like and what I dislike. Now, the first thing I dislike is the fact that I have the Google search bar at the bottom. Normally I have the weather and the time at the top, then I have the Google search bar, and then I have my icons, and then my standard icons, and that's how I like it, and that's how I formatted all of my other, and that's how I formatted all my other phones, Android ones anyway, and most of them have been Android in recent years anyway. Okay, so what do I dislike about it? Not much. I haven't even missed the widescreen camera. I don't really need it. This is sufficient. I love the picture quality I get out of it. It's been really interesting to see the AI just work and try to give you like really good images. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you images and video that I've taken on this in the last 2.5 weeks, and you can be the judge of the quality. And I don't know what kind of craziness is going on in this phone, but it's brilliant. I love it. It is a cut down version, but it's a cut down version of a phone that has a headphone jack, has a fingerprint sensor at the back, which I'm used to because I use the LG phones, and the LG ones are at the back, and it's pretty fast. Okay, so the battery life on it, it seems to be pretty good, but I've been pounding it to the point where I think only once, and that was after the first use, I got it down to 3%, and I tried to get it down further, but I was using GPS all day, and Google Maps was on pretty much between 4 to 6 hours per day, and yeah, it was alright. The other thing I dislike about it is, hold on, let me show you. There's no knock on wake up. It wakes up, but it doesn't unlock. It's like, what's the point? Literally, what is the point if you can't double tap to open it? Okay. This is stock. Well, this is Google's version of Android. Obviously, Google has the stock Android, and then they have their own flavor of Android for their own phones. It's okay, apart from this search bar being at the bottom, it's in an awkward space. So if I do this, yeah, okay, I can just about hold the phone though. Oh, okay, so that's the other problem I have. The phone is actually too small, so I'm like babying it a little bit, especially when I'm typing. I end up typing with both thumbs, and it's okay, it's not a problem. To be honest with you, I prefer doing that because it's quicker, and for once I've actually not changed the keyboard. I'm still using the Google's inbuilt keyboard. It's alright, it's not bad. SwiftKey is obviously better. There doesn't seem to be any lag. There doesn't seem to be any other problems with slowness that I've encountered so far. And yeah, the other thing that am like annoyed about is the fact that I can't remove this Google News stream. I want to be able to get rid of that and put my calendar on that side. But yeah, that's a bit of a niggle, to be fair. Yeah, so the app drawer, I don't like the fact that I have to do that to get the app drawer. I want to be able to have a dedicated button to open the app drawer. It's a bit of a niggle, but I don't know, I think I'm used to just having the button in the middle to actually open my apps. But a lot of the apps I've all put on like these screens as I go along, and that's alright, it does the trick. I've been using the folders, so I started using folders in the G7 to group some Google and some loyalty cards together, and I've done it again with this, and it was a bit of a faff because I didn't know how to do them with this originally, and I can't remember why, but yeah, it's all sorted now. I just like the way the LG version is. It's just and done. The annoying thing about this was on setup, I did not have my accounts logged into. So when I had my G6 and G7, the G7 and the G3 were all able to copy information of each other, and I think for the most part all the apps remembered who they were and who I was, so I was logged in, so I didn't have any problems. Whereas with this, I had to log into everything. My Nectar card isn't connected, so when I went to the petrol station to fill up and use my Nectar card to collect points, I wasn't able to do that. I had to re-sign into the banking apps, which was fine because I think you have to do that with all of them anyway. Oops. I haven't put a case on this, and I haven't put any plastic on this. This phone actually feels really good in the hand. The fingerprint sensor doesn't actually feel like a proper button, but when you press it, it kind of vibrates, so it just feels like you've pressed something, which is alright, I guess. Now for the major niggly bit, maybe the major problem that I have with this phone, and I'll show you what it is. Let's just go to, that's the problem. They've simplified the menu so much and they've hidden stuff in the menu. Now there's things that obviously the other phones I've had have had features and settings which this one doesn't seem to have, and I can understand that, but then I don't like the way this is all grouped together. Like some of these things are just like weird because there's settings within settings to get to other settings, and if I type in something in the settings, it will like bring up a list of different things, and that's fine, it will work. I've actually had to Google how to do a few things on this, but apart from that, it's good. It's feels very lightweight, not just as a phone but as an operating system as well, so it feels good. I've decided to allow Google to have my voice and just get connected with all my devices at home, so I have got this all connected. There is a bit of a disconnect, if I may say. So say if I go to my office and I say Google, hey Google, play or resume podcast, it will resume it on the Google Chromecast, but then it will come up on here. I don't want it to come up on here. The only time I want it to come up on here is when I'm not at home, so it's just annoying. Sound settings are good. It's got 2 downward firing speakers which aren't very loud, Now my G6 and my G7 LG phones, if you would put them onto a tabletop or any surface, the inside would rumble so much that it would create the surface, or will make the surface into an actual like extension of the speaker, so it would actually vibrate through the whole speaker, giving you all that lovely rich volume. And I don't get that with this, so that is one thing I actually miss. And obviously the tap on and tap off. But apart from that, this is a solid phone. It feels really premium, even though it is plastic. It feels premium. It's like a nice finish on it. It's kind of countersunk in. One of the other things I don't like is the volume settings are here. I want them to be in the notification, but because the phone is smaller, you can only fit in 3 things across. But again, I can fiddle with the settings and make it smaller and what have you. The screen is only 1080p, which is fine. Any any 4K video, I won't be able to watch it on here obviously, but then I won't be able to cast it onto my Google Chromecast. So that can be a good thing and a bad thing, but it's neither here nor there for me. I just like it. It's a nice form factor. It does feel a bit small, but it feels like I won't lose it. It's not as slippery as the glass one. I can do this to it all day long and it's fine. The picture quality you have to see. So software wise, it's fine. It does the trick. The processor seems to be good. I played a couple of games on it and it was fine. I even recorded for a long time and the video was fine. I did get some banding on the video, but that's got something to do with just the frequency of the lighting. So some places have got like those cheap bulbs that you get from wherever you get them from, and they just don't work very well, and they're a different frequency to what we have here in the UK. So yeah, I like this phone. I like the G branding that they've got on it. I like the fact that the power button or the on button is actually a different accent. The volume rocker is nice, and like it feels like it's proper solid. You can hear that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I got nothing bad to say about it. For the money, I would fucking bite somebody's head off for it. It's decent. It does the trick. I can make calls. I can check my emails. I have been running my business from this. Okay, I've been running 2 businesses from this, so that's just, it shows you that you don't need a bloody £1,000 phone to do what you need to do. It works. It's good quality. The audio quality when you're listening to somebody talking over the phone is bang on, and that's what you need it for, really. That's the main thing, to keep in touch with people, and it just does it. There's no slowdowns that I can see so far, but you never know, I might do a 6 months down the line video. But I don't regret buying this. I think this is good. And when I saw the picture quality that my mom's phone had, where she had the the 3A, the Pixel 3A, and I had to get one. I seriously had to get one, and this was pretty much the same price as that, and it was newer. So yeah, that's great. Somebody told me, I think one of my cousins told me that that Google were giving these away to YouTubers, like YouTubers with less subscribers than me, and I thought that was weird. But if you are watching, I would really like to review another one of your phones. just send me one. My details are in the about page. So guys, you'll be seeing some photos that I've taken with my LG G7 and the Google Pixel 4a, and some video taken from the Google Pixel 4a. I found this on Google. Hey Google, stop listening to me. Now, some of the picture quality of the video may not be so good because most of it was done at night or when I was losing the light, but in proper daylight it's actually really crisp, but you be the judge of it. So until next time, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Okay, vlogging test with the front-facing camera. Seems to be alright. It's very shaky though, so there's no image stabilization of any kind. So you must be getting really sick. Yeah, well, I'll check the settings anyway, but that's not good. But image stabilization on the rear camera seems to be a lot better. Where are we going? To the King. The Burger King. How's the audio? Okay, this is the front-facing camera on vlogging. It's very grainy, as it was going to be anyway. It's it looks like it's kind of delayed by a couple of seconds. I can't flip it around. Can I flip it around? No, I can't. Oh well.